What's up? What's up? Mm-hmm. All right, all right. Let's get this started. Clicking on some of these other sites real fast. Family, y'all know what I'm doing here. Yep. And we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter right now. X, whatever you want to call it. What it is, what it is. Right? Let me get a couple of these things shared up real fast. Yeah, let me get it shared up. Man, hope y'all had a good day. Yesterday was lit as ever, man. I can't believe it, man. I seen more home runs yesterday. I can't even. Mm, mm, mm. I ain't seen that many home runs in whoa, long time. Sure haven't, man. That was crazy, crazy, crazy. Dinger Tuesday today, so I know that. I know people gonna be on that straight up. I don't have my favorite Dinger Tuesday targets out yet, but I got time today, you know. I don't have too much time today, but it is what it is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Share this out to one more spot here. One more spot. Okay. We are good. All right. All right. All right. All right. Yo, definitely live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So if you want to just, slide on any one of those places, that's fine with me. Uh, Make sure this stream is looking good over here on Twitter. All right, we're looking good on Twitter too. All right, so it is what it is. All right, okay, 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 okay. Um, uh, General Stepper, what's happening, man? What's up, gang? What's going on, man? Straight up, what's the deal? What is the deal, man? Uh, mm, there's a few games today that definitely I expect the traffic to be on the basis. That's interesting, right? Because I do base my game sometimes. Now I do same game parlays sometimes, right? And I do base them off of a lot of pace up. I mean, like just like NBA, right? So a lot of pace up matchups. I just transition that same thing right on over to MLB, right? I love to target games with traffic on the bases and stuff like that, you know. Um, Prime example. Let me go over to my Twitter here. Um, like last night, right? Love to target those games, man. Let's see. So, like this for instance, right? He said he been cashing like crazy. What's your secret? Ain't no secret. You got to bet straight, man. You got to bet straight. And the mission of the whole mission right here that I go over the games every day is to help people visualize. You know what I'm saying? Visualize. The best thing is trying to predict game flow, right? That's my theory right there. Trying to predict game flow, right? So, but I'm not trying to predict. I mean, but I really like to predict game flow of those pace up matchups, right? So, trying to predict game flow. First of all, you need shit to be up and down. You need it to be up and down. You need it to be pace up, right? So Christian Walker, he got he got hurt last night, right? I truly believe this would have smacked. Um, uh, we was right on point. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to pick the game flow on each side. I mean, Cattell Marte, great matchup, a couple hits. You know what I'm saying? A couple RBIs for Christian Walker. Just predicting game flow. Some of the best players. What's going to happen with traffic on the bases? I love games with traffic on the bases. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Go over here to Facebook real fast. I actually had one that I hit. Right. Let's see. It was only a plus 1,000, but it is what it is. We go over the. That's why I feel like this is important. Going over the. And I ain't gonna lie, I started to post that motherfucker. I started to post it, but I didn't. But the same stuff, it don't even matter. You go right back to the game, and you can just check the analysis from that game, right? So, let's see here. Should it be the screenshot should be in here, right? Um, oops. Let's see here. I want to let me see the okay. That's what it is. Okay, so let me see. Gil. So here's some of the bets, like straights, right? These are all straights. Marte, Yepes, the same guys, man. Marte, home run, took him for a bomb, took him for hits, runs, and RBIs. Lourdes Uriel, um, that was a parlay, like 1.5, Kansas City Royals and Vladdy Bomb, hits, runs, and RBIs. That's my favorite prop. Bush Bomb. The Cubs let me down. I took L's on the Cubs game, but Bush helped me out with that home run. Josh Naylor. Just everything I bet is, you can tell that my betting style is within the flow of the game. I bet a lot of 3 hits, runs, and RBIs. See what I'm saying? A lot of 3 hits, runs, and RBIs, and I get them for a decent number. But I expect for traffic to be on. That's why I go over things as a whole. See, Juan Soto, Aaron Judge, his runs and RBIs. Jake Fraley, we was on Jake Fraley. It took him at 1.5. Uh, so this right here is another example of when we're predicting these games. When I'm trying to predict these game flows and I go over each game, that's why I take a little bit longer when I do these streams, because just going over these, going over the games helps people, understand how I think the game's gonna play out. We got we got Salvador hitting cleanup. That's a RBI, right? Coming behind Renfro, I mean coming behind Bobby Witt and Pasquantino. The lefties, this is why I say the lefties, every time we look at them, they don't strike out. Pasquantino don't strike out. He's probably one of the most consistent. Give me 2 hits. Hunter Renfro's been on fire. Just give me a hit. Um, Bobby Witt, give me 2 hits, man, and Salvi, give me an RBI. Bring some of the motherfuckers home, right? That's just and then you don't have to include those other motherfuckers on there, man, on there. Like who they played against the White Sox, fuck them. You ain't got to put them on your list. Put the people on there that's gonna do something. So that's an example of game flow. You know what I'm saying? Even if I don't post this, we done already went through it. And you know what I'm saying? We already went through it. That's why I talk about the games so much. So maybe today we can go over some games that I expect traffic to be on the basis. You know what I'm saying? So that's really, hits, runs, and RBIs. That's another one. Candelario. So that's how I really like to you know what I'm saying? That's how I really like to bet. You know what I'm saying? Correlation. All at the end of the day, it's correlations. And a lot of that comes from when me playing, it comes from DFS. You know what I'm saying? Correlations, stuff like that. It's just when you bet, between betting and DFS, you got to be spot on. You got to be spot on. You can't miss in betting. DFS, doing lineups, shit like that, you can miss a little bit. Santana, yo, Gilbert and Wheeler got their ass lit up. I already knew that, especially Wheeler. I was trying to explain to y'all yesterday that how good those Yankees was versus righties. But I don't bet on a lot of games, man. But I know it's instances where, You know what I'm saying? It was a 50-50 shot though. At the end of the day, what's up, fam? Ed said he got hoes. He said, I swear I didn't know FanDuel had hits, runs, and RBIs with the cash like 3 days straight. Yeah. So FanDuel, they don't put out their hits, runs, and RBIs until the lineups are out. And then FanDuel lets you go up to four, right? So I do bet four hits, runs, and RBIs on FanDuel a lot. They give you the option to get one hits, run, and RBI, right? So that's what I really love because I do bankroll builders, right? So for instance, but you can't parlay them up for the same game. That's where Prize Picks come in at for me because Prize Picks let you parlay them up from the same game, right? And let me see. So like I had this one last night. Let me send this to my Prize Picks, right? And it's the same thing, game flow, right? Let me send this to my computer real fast. Mm, let me send this to my computer real fast. Mm. And I don't know if you guys would be able to see this. Let's see. Y'all probably can't see this here. Y'all probably can't see that. I don't know if y'all could see that. Oh, I just exited all of that shit out, man. That was crazy right there. That was crazy work right there. Ah ha ha ha. I gotta set all this shit back up, man. Mm-mm. I'm never supposed to do no amateur shit like that, Joe. That was crazy work right there. All right, man. I gotta set this stream all the way back up. This is weird as hell. All right, so let me see. Shit, this is crazy. Damn, I just gotta set this all the way back up again. Damn. Y'all finna be like, this mother. Okay, don't worry about it. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do here? Let me get FanDuel up here real fast. Bam. Okay. We will be right back. This should do it right. Will this do it? No, that won't do it. No, that won't do it. Oh, I just messed some shit up here. Hold up, hold up. I'm not gonna end the stream. Let me see. Technical difficulties right here real fast, but I will get through it, right? Let's start right here. Mm, mm, All right, how about I take this and put it over here, right? And then how about I go right here? Okay, how about I do this, right? Okay, how about I do that? How about I do that? How about I add another one? Put that up there, and then do that. Okay. All right, now we back cooking with grease, right? All right, now I know y'all like that. That mother. We figure it out though, right? We gonna learn today, right? Mm, 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 mm. Okay, we back. We back. All right, brutal. Pat say brutal. Good morning. Yesterday was brutal for me. He said it happens to the best of us. Top of the morning, dollar. All right, let me set this up real fast. Top of the morning. Um, I usually throw up a couple fan graphs there to help me navigate through this. Couple fan graphs, a couple baseball fonts to help me navigate through this. Um, Shout out to Game Day Insights. They have sponsored everything here. Um, I will go, okay. Mhm. How about we drop in for another tab here? Have to reset all this up, man. Reset all this up, but it's fine. Let's go with a no runs first inning tab. Okay, no runs first inning tab, right? How about that? So I know people gonna want to look at some no runs first innings, and I'm good. I'm good. I'm good with that. That's for sure. Do you post what you're playing anywhere? So what I need to start doing is, because the streams be long, maybe I should need to start doing a list. Probably that's what I should do, and just tell you how I'm playing them. More than likely, all my plays, you know, you can go take a look at the if you subscribe to YouTube, my channel, and with the notifications on, then you would see you'll get notified when I upload in the community section, right? So quick, I can show you the community section real fast, right? I will post over here sometimes, right, in the community section, and this is a place that you could look at, right? So right here on YouTube, community section, and some of my posts would be over here, right? But a lot of people don't get that notification. I don't know if they do, but I do post on YouTube. I do post on Twitter, but it all those straights I play mainly straights. So you know what I'm saying. All those you can parlay that shit up if you want to, or at the end of the video, sometimes I go over in what the bats that I like, but at the end of the day, they all be straights. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I do parlays, but like I say, after I get done with this shit, I be going to work. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a service or anything like that. I just do this shit. You know what I'm saying? I do this shit to just to help the community. But at the end of the day, I should put out a list. I should put out a list. I should put out a list where my hits, runs, and RBIs, straight hits, whatever the case may be, home runs, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need to start doing. You know, I was thinking about it after the trade deadline, which is today. I do got a community section for the people who do support me. I have like it's like a paid community section. It's only like $5.99, $4.93, $2.99, or $4.99 a month. But those people who do show me love and uh, who do show me love like that, I need to start dropping something over there for them, exclusively, and that's what I need to do right there. I've been trying to, but the resolution on YouTube, they do reject this stuff and stuff like that. So I got to get the resolution down and put those over there because I had some monster bangers I was gonna put over there, and YouTube would not let me post them in there. Okay, so first and foremost, we do have this first game here. Um, Cleveland Guardians at Detroit Tigers here, right? So we got an over under 8.5. He says, stand on that LB and Rooker. Oh, LB, yeah, Lawrence Butler, my guy, LB, right? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Eric said, yes, thanks. He said, that's cool too. And Patreon. I don't have a Patreon. It's just a YouTube membership, right? So YouTube put things in play where you can super chat you, or you got a community section, and the community section is people who support you, or whatever the case may be. I could do members only. They'll be a member. Members only. Uh, Live streams. I can do just it's something for the members, right? So it'll say join, right? So it'll be say join. I think it's only $2.99 for a month. Like you're gonna make that. You're gonna make that just. I mean, the information, daily information, is just worth that. You know what I'm saying? Cottrell said, "I didn't know you had that. How do I support?" Somewhere on my channel, it'll say join. You click join, and then you put your information in. $2.99 a month. It is what it is, right? That's how the best way. One of the best ways you could support me right there. Um, and just liking the channel and shit like that. It ain't no. It's just for if you like what I do, bam, there it is. Buy me a coffee or some shit like that. You know. Um. Yeah. So Cleveland got down right now. We got this should be like what something like a bullpen game, whatever the case may be. So it was under 8.5. I mean, I don't really know what we're gonna do here. Um, I know we got Holton on the mound, and excuse me. I forgot the other kids that's gonna be coming out after him, but man, trade deadline things gonna be weary here. Let's see. What do you call that? RotoWire. Let's go look at RotoWire because at least RotoWire will show you like when the lineups come out, they'll show you like who's gonna be what. So like uh like this kid here is gonna be starting Holton, but then I don't know how long Holton's going to be pitched, maybe one or two. Then uh, Joey Wentz, I don't know how long he's going to pitch. So Joey Wentz going to be coming in there as well, right? Shit like that. But confirmed starting lineups. Lane Thomas just got traded, and he will be starting. I was trying to bet on Lane Thomas last night, but he got traded. He will be starting. They trying to tighten the screws on that lineup right there, man. So um, it is what it is, right? Um, Gavin Williams. Last time he pitched versus Cleveland here. What's up, Mackie? And he did get them boys 9 Ks. I want to say so. He's definitely he's got some K stuff, but I don't know how I feel. Right. So I'll tell you two guys that don't strike out here is Carson Kelly and Verling. These guys don't strike out that much, right? So those are guys that you can look to at least for a hit. You know what I'm saying? On the Detroit side, Verling, probably be my favorite. Then, like I said, Carson Kelly, he don't strike out, right? Much. Okay, so those are a couple of bats that you can look at from that game. And then the Cleveland Guardians game, probably just like an all-out, whatever you want to look at, right? Uh, the Detroit Tigers bullpen, they around about the middle of the pack, around about the middle of the pack here, but that don't mean, I mean, I still expect runs to get put up in this spot here. You know what I'm saying? On the Cleveland side. Don't know what their team total is looking like here, so let's see. 4.5. Um, I mean, I don't mind taking it over there. I don't. I don't mind taking it over there. I ain't gonna lie. I don't mind taking it over there. He said these trades are unexpected. Jazz Chisholm over there in New York having fun in New York. Yes, sir, for sure. I expected Jazz Chisholm to be gone. He's already been in the rumors and stuff. You see, they scratched Jack Flaherty yesterday. We knew that he was going to get traded. He ain't got traded yet though, but they want to bubble wrap him. You know what I'm saying, for whoever the winner is going to be for those sweepstakes. We should see a few more trades, whatever the case may be. But probably not going to go over the bat here. Like I said, the usual suspects, man. You can look at those guys, and like I said, uh, remember, man. When you doing your you doing your same game parlays, man. I'm telling you, this is why hits, runs, and RBIs are so valuable. I'm gonna run this by you guys again, okay? We can just take a look at the box scores, all right? I tell you guys this all the time because you know, it's good to try to get, uh, we want easy money, right? We want easy money. And like I said, when I do bet, sometimes I have to bet whole games, right? So prime example, like I said, we was all over this. I was all over the Arizona game last night, right? You guys know I really like that game, right? So looking at the box scores, right? CJ Abrams, his hits, runs, and RBIs. We had Montgomery. We had I forgot the other kid's name on the mound, right? But you see how how runs are manufactured. right here, runs column, the hits, and the RBIs column, right? So each one of these batters right here hit their hits, runs, and RBIs, right? Lipscomb, Young, two, right? Vargas hit his. Carl hit a bomb, but he hit his. Ruiz, he hit his. He had five hits, runs, and RBIs. Wood, three. Ramirez had six. Yepes had three. CJ Abrams had two, right? Now, going over here to the Diamondback side, I was salty because I betted like five people on the Diamondbacks, but they ended up starting to come through at the end, and they won that game. But we was on point with the game flow, right? You could have bet everybody on both sides individually and cashed in. Marte, his 6 runs RBIs, 2.5. Marino, 1.5, right? Uriel, 1.5, 2.5. Walker got hurt. Newman, Carroll, Richard didn't get there. Jock Peterson came in and got there. McCarthy, surprised that he didn't get there. Suarez got there. Thomas and Perdomo got there, man. Everybody got there. Everybody really got there on both sides. So, if you ever, you got some gas cans on the mound, I'm just, and you can only bet those straight, right? But if you go on prize picks will let you stack, right? whatever they put out, whatever they put out on prize picks, and I only bet demons on prize picks, right? For the most part. One RBI is a demon. You know what I'm saying? So, like, one RBI is a demon, right? And I don't play prize picks that much like I used to, but, you know, it is what it is. But like I said, this is really important, man, because it's more than that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to show you. This is more than one way to skin a cat here. You don't have, I mean, you, I tell you this. I don't even bet. You can't find a screenshot. You go through my Facebook, my Twitter, my YouTube. I look at all my winning shit. Nowhere, and I don't bet two total bases. I either bet three and up. That's when I think you're gonna get a home run, or I bet hits, runs, and RBIs. Because there's certain type of games that I target. I target high pace up matchups. Like I said, same thing for basketball. Coming over like Golden State, right? Remember those Golden State days? You just hitting them same game parlays like that. Same thing with baseball, man. You know, same way. Toronto Blue Jays at Baltimore Orioles. We got Bassett and Corbin Burns on the mound here. Um, um, I mean, what stood out to me? It was a few bets stood out to me, right? So let's take a look, right? Corbin Burns, man. I wanted to take a stab at his outs. I think I'm just gonna fall back, here, right? But a couple bats. I know. You can't deny what Vladdy is doing right now. He's on one, right? He's on one. He is on a man. He's a man on a mission right now, man. Right. So that's crazy, right? That's crazy, man. That's crazy what he's doing. That's real crazy, right? So Chris Bassett, um, let's do something forward here. And a lot of my plays, they I wait till the lineups to come out because I don't do a lot of my parlays. Every day is like two or three games, right? And I need to start touching on those. Every day is like two or three games that I know I'm finna try to crack them on. And those are the games I really should try to. Bassett is a righty, right? No, yeah. Those are the games I should break down really in depth, right? Or put a parlay together while we live. So he's throwing that sinker a lot, right? He's throwing so many damn pitches, man. Damn. So that sinker he's throwing 42% of the time. Cutter and sweeper. Santander. So Cedric Mullins, he was strike out. What's up, Tiff? What's going on, Tiff? How you doing? How you doing? Cedric Mullins, he will strike out, but he looks good when he's in there. O'Hearn looks okay, especially when you move him in, when you bring it in a little bit. Let's see, let me bring it in a little bit. What you guys done for me lately? Anthony Santander, he's definitely just in play, right? Colton Cowser could be hot. Hmm. Let me see something here. That's what's up. I'll be getting caught up. That's what I'll be getting caught up in. It'd be too many games, too many players, and too many props. I need to narrow it down. Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of good spots. But like I said, um, but I do have I ain't gonna say I have a problem, but my volume, yeah, volume. But for me to help volume, like I said, because it's gonna be one game that I might bet. I ain't gonna lie, I might bet 8 props and 7 props, and depending on who playing, man, I might bet 6, 7 props on one game. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be weird like that, but that both like the Cubs game, it did not go as I thought it was gonna go. Right? It did not. Right? Um, and I bet on a lot of Cubs players. I should not do this shit no more. Chilling right now, moving out of my spot, so I'm tired. Just getting some knowledge. All right, for sure, Tiff. Good luck with that moving. I hate it. Right? Um, so Bassett will be on the road. Uh, he's got weird splits. Like at home, righties getting at him. On the road, lefties getting at him at a 319 clip. Then versus lefties in general, he's pitching his worst, but still a 250 batting average to righties. So pretty much anybody, right? And looking at these lefties, like you just can't. I just can't. Like at the end of the day, anybody can pop off, right? Definitely undecided right now. Top 3 pitchers, definitely undecided right now. There's a couple bats that can pop off though. Let me see something. Let me push it out a little bit. Okay, I got it out to 6 weeks to get a bigger sample size. Okay, get a bigger sample size. Yeah, so many. Yeah, for sure. To get a bigger sample size, I moved out. A lot of these guys not striking out. I mean, the highest strikeout guys was be KJ Heston. I call him Heston KJ. I just call him KJ. But Cedric Mullins. But as you can see, it's like a pick your poison type of thing, man. Go with whoever you really want to go with, man. Anthony Santander looks really good with 10 for 17, 10 for 27 with 2 bombs. The barrel percentage looks good. Hard hit looks good. Fly ball is down. Um, KJ, that isolated power is high. Is whatever, but it's only 4 for 8, but still, isolated power is pretty high with 2 bombs. That's still over the course of 6 weeks, but still. man. So if these guys are in the lineup, man, damn, that's a high ass isolated power right there. XP low. Small sample size, but still. Let me look at these righties real quick. The righties, I don't think the righties look so hot. You know what I'm saying? When I looked at them, Westberg is always an interesting candidate there. He's got the most plate appearances out of the righties there. 5% K rate. Um, Let me take a look at Westberg real fast. This is righty. Versus right hand pitching. Okay. At home versus righties. Westberg at home versus righties is his best split. Got a 324 batting average, 572 slugging, 934 OPS with a 248 isolated power. K percentage is down. This is least K department here. Split at home versus righties. 162 WRC plus. Home runs. He has 18 home runs in general. 13 of them come from right hand pitching. Uh, 7 of them at home versus righties. 6 on the road versus righties. Right. Um, okay. So I mean, just off of that, you can look at Jordan Westberg. Okay. Even though these numbers are isolated numbers and isolated power and all this shit is down, it's still. I mean, he's still capable, right? He ain't been doing shit. The K's is down is what I really like there. Okay, but he ain't been doing it like we need him to, right? So somebody that you can look at, but I probably won't be going there. Now watch he hit a bomb, right? I thought he hit a bomb yesterday. I thought he did. I think he did. He should be in the lineup though. He should be in the lineup. Let me see. So he should be in the lineup. Just because you ain't striking out, that's good enough for me. I ain't even gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? He ain't striking out versus pitch mix. He can do something. Hits, RBI. You know what I'm saying? Hit parlay, something like that. That's what I look at him for. But the lefties here look a little bit better. He's pitching his worst versus lefties. So if I really had the gun to my head and I had to target somebody, it would be the lefties there, right? So Santander, Mullins will strike out. He had 5 total bases yesterday. Yeah, yeah. And I said I wanted to target him that second game, if I was. So Santander, Gunnar Henderson is very due. Uh, you can even look at Colton Cowser here. I mean, you can look at Colton Cowser. Just some guys. Colton Cowser, he could be getting hot. He did good in both of those games yesterday. So, um, so you can look at them. And then, like I said, this is the guys over the course of the last 6 weeks. A little bit more green and with a little bit more sample size there. So it is what it is, right? If I had to bet on one guy here, one guy. Um, I did have Santander circled. Um, I don't know. One guy. Um, his highest thrown pitch. Let me see that sinker. It would be Santander or Gunner if I had to bet on one guy. One guy versus that sinker. He's throwing that sinker 42% of the time. So if one of these guys just gonna lamp on that sinker, um, it would probably be somebody like Gunner and Santander. He throws a lot of pitches though, right? So it is what it is right there. And on the other side, though, it was just, if I'm going to anybody, it's probably going to be Vladdy, right? I do have Vladdy Circle, so I'm gonna just save. I'm gonna save a little time, man. It's gonna be Vladdy for me if I go to anybody on the other side of the ball. Baltimore, we got Burns on the mound. His pitching gouge was what? Sitting at what? 18 and a half in the minus 108. I'm just faded. I ain't even gonna go there. I ain't even gonna go there. Even though I wanted to last night, but I ain't even gonna go there, right? I'm gonna just fade that. I get a picture lean towards Baltimore. Baltimore here. If I'm betting the side here, it would be money line parlays, run line straights in favor of Baltimore, right? New York Yankees and Philadelphia Phillies. We got an over under 9.5 in this spot. And like I said, I was saying yesterday, we'll go through this one more time, man. We'll go through this one more time. The New York uh, versus right hand pitching. We went over this shit yesterday. They monstrous right now, man. They monstrous. Uh, they are right. Uh, so New York Yankees, right? So they got a 124 WRC plus over the course of the season. Um, last 30 days, they have um 18% K rate with a 137 WRC plus versus right hand pitching. That's strong as hell, right? And then last 14 days, they got a 17%, 18% K rate, 171 WRC plus versus righties, and it don't even matter if they're on home or on the road, right? On the road, we looked at that yesterday. They're just crushing right hand pitching. So I felt for Wheeler yesterday. I was trying to, I don't bet a lot of games, but I was trying to, that motherfucker started off and hit 3 bombs, man. That shit was crazy as hell. Then you got Nola on the mound, right? Nola does have this knuckle curve, right? Like I don't know how effective this knuckle curve is gonna be, but I'm quite sure he's gonna have to try to put it out there on him. He's gonna have to try to put it out there. But that I don't know if that can save him. I don't know if that can slow these motherfucking Yankees down. Because not too many people seen that knuckle curve, right? So he's throwing that knuckle curve 33% of the time, followed by that sinker and fastball. Two righties. And I'll just look at the last month here. Um, versus his pitch mix, these three top pitches here, um, the K rate is down. And we just looked at that as a team as a whole, and the K rate is down, right? Now, one thing I was saying about that knuckle curve, which he's throwing 30% of the time. Uh, let me take this sinker and fastball down. They ain't synced it, right? So I could just really turn that shit down, right? But he's throwing it, he's throwing it 30% of the time. So you gotta take an account for that. I probably can go look at his averages versus that pitch. But versus his other two pitches, these guys look pretty good. Last month, no, not too many bombs versus this pitch, versus these two pitches for these guys last month. But they are in the green in certain instances, right? Looking at the lefties, right? He is throwing uh, that knuckle curve and that fastball the most, right? Followed by that changeup and sinker. And even if we take that wait a minute, wait. He's throwing a knuckle curve. I'm sorry. Okay. Soto, he's one of the guys. He's probably my favorite bat here outside of Judge for sure. But Soto's definitely 15 to 42 versus him. Let me see something here. Nola. Aaron Nola, New York Yankees. Soto's got 3 bombs. Stanton's got 2. Soto's seen him a lot, man, and plate appearances, 10 hits. What was that? Three bombs and 3 doubles. 278 batting average. 9 strikeouts. I wonder how effective he gonna be today. I just wonder. I just really wonder. Judge has been he only got 6 at bats versus him. No bombs. Um, Going back to the well on Soto for sure. We already know that, but it's gonna be interesting here. It's gonna be interesting. But I already had Soto penciled in, so that's where I'm at with that, right? I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, I had Soto penciled in, right? I'm not gonna go all out like I wanted to yesterday. I was scared yesterday because Willie was on the mound. But I do like Soto. I'll go back to Soto. Hits, runs, and RBIs. Uh, Over 2.5. Um, and probably sprinkle a bomb and see if he can hit either or both. Right. Soto right now versus pitch mix of 42. He got a big 42 sample size over the course of the month here. Right. So let me see something. Yeah, they have, and you know, let this would have been any other pitcher, right? Let this would have been any other pitcher. I would be betting all of them. Hit runs and RBIs. I'd be betting all of them. You know what I'm saying? Let this would have been any other pitcher, right? So, where I like to bet mines at is ESPN bet. Where I do my parlays because see ESPN bet you have to use these books for to your exact to your advantage. So ESPN bet the things that I like about ESPN Bet is this. Like for the people who who just not tuning in and stuff like that is one thing. I like to bet pitching outs and I like to bet strikeouts, right? So they let you take the pitching outs and they also let you parlay them, right? And they also let you parlay them with alternate strikeout lines, right? So that's interesting. I mean, you can take a motherfucker for 18 and a half pitching outs and, 4 or 5 Ks, right? Then hits, runs, and RBIs and stuff like that, right? They don't let you parlay them up, but they are always optional. I like options, always optionals. You know what I'm saying? They give you an over and they give you an under. That's important to me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing, whatever you're betting on here, they more than likely give you the over hits, 1.5 and a half, but they also give you the unders as well, right? Hits, total bases, they give you the over with option to give you the under, right? RBIs, they give you the option to give you the over as well as the unders, right? Hits, runs, and RBIs. They are. This is nice because they give you the option to take 1.5, or they give you the option to take 2.5, right? So you know what I'm saying. But they give you the option to take the over and the under. Other books are just going to give you the option just to take the over. Some books will give you both of these. Give you one option and both of the lines move. See what I'm saying? Like DraftKings. DraftKings will give you what they want to give you. Like they'll open it up at 2.5 over or under. Versus this book, they'll give you over 1.5 and 2.5, right? So, I'm parlaying up a lot of 1.5s. You know what I'm saying? Parlaying up to 1.5s. Shit like that, right? So, you got options: singles hits, overs and unders, doubles hits, overs and unders. See what I'm saying? Overs and unders, right? Run scores, overs and unders, shit like that. So, what a lot of people doing bankroll builders and going in here, getting you a few unders, putting 2 or 3 unders together to get you the plus money, or like a nice little bankroll builder or parlay. Options like this is where it comes in really, 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 really handy. You know what I'm saying? Really handy. I try to take for under 1.5 total bases. He smacked the devil out the gate. Right, right. And that's why you got to really look at some of these numbers. Right, some of these numbers will tell you if you should be on these guys or not. So I'll see what some of these lineups come out, but definitely Juan Soto. Right, Juan Soto's definitely a play. On the flip side, I looked at Trey Turner. He's the guy that I liked. He's the guy that I liked there. My light went off. I'm not plugging this off. Fuck that light right now. Right. I'll be a little dim or whatever the case may be. But I like Trey Turner, man. I like Trey Turner here. Uh, and I also like Cole strikeouts, right? So I took Cole strikeouts last night, not an official play, but I did take it. Not something that I was really giving out or anything. But yesterday, he goes out and hit his strikeouts, right? He's 6.5. I took his 6.5 solely because at the end of the day, versus right-hand pitching, um, lately, Philadelphia been striking out, right? But this dangerous hitting team, you can very well not get there. But it's cold at the same in the same sense. Last 30 days, Philly's 25% K rate, 95 WRC plus to right hand batters. To right hand pitching. Last 2 weeks, Philly six and striking out, 25%, 68 WRC plus, and 286 plate appearances. Right. So Cole would be on. I trust Cole to navigate through that lineup, like whatever, right? I took his opening line strikeouts at 6.5. Right now, his strikeouts are sitting at 6.5 at plus 122. I don't know why is that plus money like that. If I'm gonna get cracked, I'm gonna go ahead and get cracked. We take another look at Gary Cole right now. Uh, and I might take his pitching outs as well. I didn't even look at his pitching outs, right? But at the end of the day, um, he ain't pitched that many games, so his numbers are probably they're gonna average out, but it is what it is, right? So his K percentage right now, 27% to lefties, 20% to righties. He's pitching his worst to lefties so far. 288 batting average to lefties, 262 batting average to righties there. On the road to lefties, he's got a 28% K rate. On the road to righties, 12%. But like I say, we'll see what those numbers are going to do, right? Game log for him. Uh, um, he ain't pitched that many games, right? But three of his last four games, he's hit 7 Ks. Uh, New York Mets got at him. 600 runs, 3 bombs. New York Mets been on one, man, straight up. Cole's still working out the kinks, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? Uh, his pitching outs are sitting at what? 17 and a half and a minus 140. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Philly is at home, but as you can see, like I said, last last 2 weeks, Philly, they have a 68 WRC plus. You know what I'm saying? We know this is a good hitting team, whatever the case may be. But I'm just saying, right? 68 WRC plus. Let's take a look at Cole real fast versus these guys here. Let's see. Philly. He's another guy that's got that. Yeah, they did, man. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. I was undecided on that game. That game did not go that way. But the bats got there, and I didn't even get there, man. I didn't even get there. I didn't even get there. Straight up, right? Let me see something. So Cole, he's throwing that fastball cutter. He's got a knuckle curve as well. So he's throwing that fastball 47% of the time to lefties there, right? To lefties. Let's take a look, right? So Brendan Marsh, he strikes out. Um, Bryce Harper. Schwarber's been on one as of late. Mm, put in that Cutter, Harper, Harper. Not a big sample size versus that Cutter, but and that's Harper for you, right? I mean, he don't have a good average versus those two pitches, but these are his top two pitches that he's throwing, and the power is there, right? The isolated power, the exit velo, the barrel percentage, the hard hit. He does have three bombs versus this, so I mean, he's Harper, right? So he's Harper. Um, Brandon Marsh, he's 8 for 29 versus those couple pitches. He will strike out, but he's got three bombs there too, right? Um, yeah, so let me add in that knuckle curve, which probably won't affect much because you know they're not going to add in that. That's about it. I probably won't add in nothing else, right? Look at these righties here. Fastball, cutter, slider, knuckle curve. So versus the full pitch mix, 17 for 51, Trey Turner over the course of the month. 5 home runs, 5 extra base hits, 10 hard hit balls, 4 balls launched. K percentage is okay. Barrel percentage could be a little better. Hard hit could be a little bit better. Line drive could be a little bit better. But at the end of the day, crafty hitter. He said they're the same person. Alec Bohm, he's 12 for 41. He looks good as well. The hard hit percentage is up for Alec Bohm and his exit velo. Alec Bohm, he's hit lefties well in his career, but it looks like his righty splits is coming into play this year, right? Look like he's hitting righties a little bit better. So at the end of the day, the righties look a little bit better. I just say I'm gonna go with Trey Turner here. Castellanos. He's got a couple bombs versus this pitch mix. I can bring it in a little bit, see what's going to happen here in the last 3 weeks. Uh, Trey Turner's 13 for 38, tightening up the screws a little bit better. So, you know, all these guys kind of lighten up here. I didn't even pay attention to the rest of those guys. Mm. But if I had to take one of those guys, it would be Trey Turner. I ain't even gonna lie. Last 2 weeks, Nick Castellanos last 7 days, he's heating up, right? He's 6 for 13 versus this pitch mix, and it all looks good, right? 3 extra base hits, 1 bomb. These guys seen this pitch mix a lot, right? Alec Bohm has history versus him, right? Let me take a look here. Cole here. I think he's got good history. I want to say Gary Cole. That's JT Realmuto. Um, he got 11 hits, man. He's been 550 off of him. He's been 550 off of him. Nate Castellanos spent 389. Uh, Kyle Schwarber got 2 bombs. Real Muto got a bomb. Strikeouts, Real Muto, Schwarber, Trey. Trey's 4 for 17, 235. Okay. Mm. So, I don't know, man. If he can navigate through this lineup here, get a few strikeouts, I think Cole could be okay. But judging from the numbers of what they've been doing as of late, some of these guys have been striking out, right? So we'll see. And they haven't been super hitting them guys, right? Because I looked at numbers over the course of the last month or whatever. Can they come out they funk? Probably could, right? But last 30 days, like I said, Philadelphia hadn't been. They had 95 WRC plus. Last 2 weeks is where it looked like they had been declining, right? That's where it looked like they had been declining at with a 68 WRC plus. That pretty much concerned me. So Cole gonna have to be on this A game. I took his strikeouts. We'll see what's gonna happen. Good plus money. I think it's a good bet. I think it's a good bet. Didn't sprinkle a lot on it. I like Trey Turner. Uh, so that's the bet that I'm looking at over there, Trey Turner. Okay. Um, I so Miami Marlins and Tampa Bay Rays here. Jeffrey Springs, I don't think he pitched since what 22, 23. Did have really good K stuff. His line opened up at 4.5 last night. A lot of people jumped on that line. Um, I put it in the bankroll builder, or did I take it straight? I didn't. I over this game right here. I'm gonna tell you, I got interest in both of these guys' strikeouts. Damn, my shoulder's starting to hurt. And both of these guys strikeouts. Not only Springs, but I do got interest in Cabrera strikeouts as well. The only thing about Cabrera is, he could probably he can get hit. So it's a race. It's a race with Cabrera with me, right? So I bet on him. I bet on him. It's just most of the time he get his K's before he get fucked up. That's all it is, right? You know what I'm saying? Before he get fucked up, he goes out there and gets his K's, right? So, um, matter of fact, looking at this game long, and he will walk some people as well. The walks are there. Four walks there, five walks, a 0, 1, 4, 4, 2, 3, 1. That gets you in trouble, right? He's only hit 5 innings twice, 3 times this season. The strikeouts though, it's like I said, it's a race, so it's a tricky bet. You know what I'm saying? I know he's got that shit on the strikeouts, but his control and all that shit is off, right? So Baltimore, he got 6 Ks before he got lit up, right? Or his pitch count. Cincinnati, he got 7 Ks, but also gave up 7 runs, right? Chicago White Sox, probably, some of these starts wasn't, I don't know what was going on with some of these other starts. First game of the season, he did good. 10 Ks, right? 6 innings. My Chicago Cubs, he gave their 7 Ks, 5 innings. He got hurt though, man. He got hurt, right? He got hurt at some point. He came back right here, right? 2 innings there, 4 runs, first game back versus the Dodgers. Go figure. White Sox 2 runs and 3 innings there. Cincinnati went upside his head. So um, looking at this team here, Eric Cabrera is a righty, right? Um, yeah, Eric Cabrera is a righty. So Tampa Bay, they have been a team that would strike out versus right hand pitchers, right? So last 30 days, they top 10 in striking out with an 89 WRC plus, right? Um, last 14 days, Tampa Bay look a little bit better, 11th, still the same, 90 WRC plus, whatever the case may be with that. Um, but like I said, Cabrera is a guy that has K stuff, and it's more than like a race to me, right? I know he's gonna get touched up at some point. It's just win, you know what I'm saying? It's just win. So um, he's got a 22% K rate to lefties, 32% K rate to righties. Um, 250 batting average in general to both sides there, but he gets lit, right? We'll be on the road today, right? He's on the road today, and that's where he pitches his worst at for sure. I say he got a walk problem, all of that, but you know, just know what you're doing, know what you're getting into. Okay, know what you're getting into, right? Before you jump in that mud. Okay, he will get his ass lit up. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Um, one guy I was looking at, one guy kind of stood out to me. I think he could take him for a bomb or something like that. Let me see. I think that was Lowe. I think that was Brandon Lowe. Um, I like his power numbers lately. Let me see. Um, Tampa Bay, right? Yeah, Tampa Bay. Uh, Edward Cabrera. Let's go versus lefties. Last 2 months. It's just bloodshot red, right? Just everything, all bad, right? Two bombs versus on the fastball, one ball bomb on the curveball to lefties there. He's throwing that changeup curveball fastball. Curveball, fastball. What else is he throwing? I'll throw the sinker up there for a little bit, right? So, Brandon Lowe. So, over the course of a month, he's got 3 bombs. He will strike out versus pitch miss, but he's got 3 bombs, right? The exit velo looks good. Isolated power looks good. Versus this full pitch mix. So he's somebody that kind of like stood out to me a little bit there. If I take this sinker down, let's see, doing it 13% of the time. So that's where that's where he hit the bombs at, right? He hit the bombs on the sinker, right? So let me take these down. But he's only throwing that sinker uh 13% of the time. Wait a minute. Let me see. He hit 1 bomb off that sinker. That's his least thrown pitch. Then the next highest thrown pitch he's throwing is after that will come the fastball. Okay, he don't have a bomb versus that. But he's got 2 bombs versus which pitch? It must be that curveball or changeup. Changeup. Not that. Let me put his pitch mix back in that changeup. Curveball. Fastball. Sinker. So yeah. So if he gets hit here, you know what I'm saying? Uh, Brandon Lowe can play a part in that. That's just basically sums it up, right? Because looking at some of his splits here, let me see. So let me see what he's doing. Okay, he got 5 home runs to lefty, 5 home runs to righties, right? Okay, 4 home runs to righties. Okay, on the road, he's getting his ass tore up, and not a big sample size though. He don't go many innings, but like I said, he can give up some runs in a hurry, right? On the road versus lefties, he got 353 batting average, 286 to righties. Clearly pushing this a home run per 9 to lefties, 7.36, 2.70 to righties. Like, I don't know, man. It is what it is, right? Uh, I don't know. We got over under 7 in this spot. Numbers just look fishy. Numbers just look fishy. Um, don't have. I wasn't on too many bats here to tell you the truth, though. Don't look. I mean, it looks kind of fishy here. What's the names have been on one. Uh, we can take a look at Jeffrey. So Jeffrey Springs ain't pitched that much though, man. I'm gonna temper my expectations on this game. Like I said, Xavier, he's been on one. You can look at him, but I'm gonna temper my expectations on this game. It's only over under 7. The books know something I don't know, right? So we'll see. Tampa Bay Rays minus 174 favorites. So it is what it is, right? Chicago Cubs at Cincinnati. We still don't have a pitcher for Cincinnati. Not a big. I wasn't a big fan. I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of Cincinnati Reds versus Justin Steele. Not even versus Justin Steele's numbers here. He is going on the road though. But man, I really like Justin Steele, right? versus left-hand pitching the last 2 months. Like, man, left-hand batters, man, no extra base hits, no home runs. Versus righties, last 2 months, what? 12 extra base hits, 2 home runs. I don't really want to mess with the man of steel right now. These guys, they did have some slugfest. I think fastball, slider, sinker. Cincinnati. Ellie will strike out. Oh, I'm sorry. Put it on lefties. So these lefties are terrible, right? Lefties are terrible versus this pitch mix here. Not a big sample size. Some of these guys, like, we probably won't even see Will Benson in there. Uh, Even if you go out to the last 2 months, just not not good. Look at all that, right? So I don't expect. I just don't. I don't like them versus the man of steel, bro. I don't. Not the lefties. We look at these righties though. Uh, and he's predominantly throwing the fastball and slider. Okay, he's throwing that fastball 65% of the time over the course of the last 2 months. 12 extra base hits and 2 home runs to righties, so he's clearly pitching his worst to righties here. Um, Eddie De La Cruz, 29% strikeout right there. Um, Tyler Stevenson, not a big sample size. All these guys will probably strike out here. I can move out to over the course of, let's go 6 weeks. Let's move out to 6 weeks, right? I mean, India's. It's just, I mean, that's just not. It's not a lot that's standing out to me, right? Right? It's just not. I don't know, because you still got to take pitching into consideration. I'm gonna end up just fading it, bro. That's what I'm gonna end up doing. I'm gonna fade it, right? So looking at Justin Steele, let's take a look at Justin Steele. See if we might be, he might be the guy to bet on. Never know, right? So, uh, 2.39 ERA on the road, pitch a little bit better on the road. Now, I don't like this ballpark at all. At all. I rarely bet on pitches. I don't like this ballpark for pitching at all. I'm going to tell you that shit right now. On the road versus lefties, 161 batting average, 209 batting average to righties there. K percentage is 30, 23% to righties, 27% to lefties, and 22% to righties in general. Okay. I believe he faced this team. I thought we was at home when we faced this team. Cincinnati. Um, at Cincinnati, he went 7 innings, 7 Ks. Um, at home versus Cincinnati, he gave up one earned run on both games. There at home and on the road versus Cincinnati. So he pitched pretty well versus Cincinnati both games. He did have 4 walks at home there. On the road at Cincinnati, he went there and had himself a decent game there, right? His strikeouts right now, as of right now, are sitting at 5.5 at plus money, which is interesting. His pitching outs are sitting at FanDuel don't have his pitching outs right now. Let's see if DraftKings has his. It should be 17.5. I mean, that's strikeouts. Outs recorded. 17.5 at a minus 160. He's 50% to this number, right? He's hit this number. He's hit this number one or two times versus them. Okay, so I mean, I can see myself at least I could at least tease it down to 5 strikeouts in a parlay at minus 200 and live with that. Put it with something else and try to get the plus money. I can G for that. I can G for that, sure. Or if you're on ESPN Bet and you like his pitching outs, then you could probably go with. Let's say you like his pitching outs, you could probably go with 17 and a half pitching outs and maybe 5 Ks, and that'll get you a plus money right there, right? Some shit like that, okay? So the Cubs let me down yesterday. Boy, did they let me down. Let me see something here. If this is a bullpen game here, let me see. If this is I have the bullpen ERA on the season here. Uh, Cincinnati. Cincinnati looks like they have an okay bullpen on the season here. So it is what it is with that, right? Uh, they're in the top 4 best on the numbers on the season, right? So don't think I'm gonna be messing around. What's this total here? 9. Ballpark does play a factor into this here, but I'm not. I'm not really digging the Cincinnati Reds um, versus Steele there. Okay, so that's how I look at that one. Castillo. Oh, so we got Seattle, and this is one of those games here where I expect traffic on the bases here, right? So and it's today. I'm probably taking Devers for a bomb today, right? A few people for a bomb. Never know, right? I'll be betting hit runs and RBIs, though I ain't gonna lie. Boston, first and foremost, versus right hand pitching. Show you guys here. And the proof is probably gonna be in the pudding here, but WRC plus versus right hand pitching. Boston 111 on the season, meaning they've been crushing right hand pitching most of the time. Few guys will strike out on that team, but it is what it is. Last 30 days, Boston WRC plus versus right hand pitching, a whopping 152. That lets you know that they've been crushing right hand pitching, most of the time. Okay. Castillo, right? Uh, Castillo. On the road, 4.1 ERA. He is on the road today. Um, he's pitched, in general, he's got a 273 batting average to lefties. So in general, he's pitching his worst to lefties. On the road, on the road versus lefties, 230. On the road versus righties, 250. Whatever the case may be with that. In general, he has a 17% K rate to lefties versus righties. He has a 30% K rate, right? Um, So he's pitching his worst to his lefties from the get go. Uh, don't think he's faced this Boston team yet this season. First game of the season, I probably won't. He did. I probably won't take too much into consideration on that one. But this season, no, right? So, um, his last 4 games, he's looked okay. I mean, he gave up 3 runs versus Houston. Right here, he went through a rough patch. Right, he's giving up 3, 4, 5 runs. Tampa Bay, Cleveland, Minnesota. Um, but it's Castillo, right? So it is what it is. Now, these Boston lefties. Let's go straight to the Boston lefties here. Uh, Straight to these Boston lefties. Let's see what they'll do, right? So over the course of the last 2 months, she got a 15% K rate, close to a 5 Sierra. Um, so, he's not pitching his best, right? 4 home runs, 12 extra base hits, fastball, slider, sinker. So I did take the team total over last night. Um, gas, right? All green, just gas. So at the end of the day, damn, right? So gas, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, right? I expect them to put up runs on him. Um, hopefully they can get over that five total. We'll see. Um, sometimes, he is pitching it. Hey, sometimes, a garbage can gets a steak, but looking at these numbers here, they got a hefty sample size over the course of the last month here. Everybody's pretty much in the green. You got guys like Abreu, who's pretty much green, but he will strike out. Um, Hamilton can strike out at times, and at times over the course, he's probably going to look good. You know what I'm saying? So, what is he? He's throwing that fastball 42% of the time. Let's see something here. Devers got three bombs off of that fastball. He will strike out versus that fastball, as well as Hamilton. Um, the next top pitch he's throwing is that changeup at 30%. And um, let's see, Jeremy Durant, he's 4 for 10 in that span with a bomb. He will strike out versus that. But once you put them all together, though, it looks really, really great. What is it? What's the next pitch he's throwing? That slider and sinker. So those little knick-knack pitches he's throwing, sliders and sinkers, they look pretty good versus that sinker. So I noticed a lot of batters like that sinker. I've noticed that a lot of batters like that sinker, a lot of them, right? So he better not throw that shit. He better not, right? He better not. And that's his probably his least thrown pitch yet. So even if I put in the changeup and the fastball, what's the changeup and the fastball? Combining those guys, those two, they will strike out. And he's got a little bit of K stuff, so those are things that you can be weary about. But at the end of the day, versus this whole pitch mix, I mean, look at Devers, man. Just versus top two pitches, he's got three home runs, 5 for 16, three of them were bombs, 625 isolated power with 120, 102, 102 exit velo, barrel percentage is up, hard hit percentage is up, fly ball rate is up. Gotta look past the strikeout sometimes. That motherfucker will strike out though, boy. And he's been kind of cold in the home run department. You know what I'm saying? But I still expect these guys to hit him. Okay, for these all these reasons right here that I'm showing. Uh, um, so I couldn't talk you off. I mean, that was just my guy. Duran, you can look at Duran. I mean, whatever, right? So like pick your poison there. All right, pick your poison. Okay. Um, looking at the righties. Try to sync him. So Rafaela, we was on Rafaela yesterday. I was on Rafaela yesterday. His runs and RBIs, he got there for me. Rafaela don't strike out that much, right? So, and then Tyler O'Neill, you could definitely look at him for power. I mean, in most instances you can. Uh, oops. Every time I take Raphael, Tyler O'Neill for a bomb, he hits one right. So I like Boston. I like Boston. I like Boston. Rafaela should be in the lineup with with really good numbers. He's looking good as of late. He's 6 for 11. Um, in the last week versus this pitch mix. Um, probably wouldn't be, and he'd be batting around that seventh to eight hole. Um, Tyler O'Neill last week versus pitch mix, he's got two bombs. All the power numbers and everything looks good there. So Rafaela, Tyler O'Neill, um, Duran, um, uh, you know how they do it, man. Shit, what the hell? All those guys look good in most instances. So and I can bring it in a little bit. Guys probably like Connor Wong probably start looking a little better if I bring it in. You know, Connor Wong last 3 weeks looking good in that aspect. 250 batting average. No, one bomb. You know what I'm saying? But the average is okay. Um, let's see here. Yep. But Tyler O'Neill and Rafaela, I really like those two. Last 2 weeks, they really looking good. K rate been down last 2 weeks versus this pitch mix. Not a lot of sample size for these two guys, perhaps not in them, but you know Tyler O'Neill and you know those two guys look good, right? Those two guys look good. Tyler O'Neill, I would look at him for a home run if I'm out of the two, and Rafaela, especially on a wraparound for Rafaela, because he'll be batting at the. So let's see, he'll be batting if he's in the lineup now. If he's in the lineup, right? So let me show you. If he's in the lineup, he'll be probably batting right. So you got Rafaela right here coming around on a wraparound. Then you'll have so like look at like yeah. So Rafaela, then Duran, Abreu, shit like that, right? Devers, O'Neal behind Devers. You know what I'm saying? So you know things like that, man. Things like that, RBIs and all that, right? You know, depending on shit. It is what it is. So and then, like I said, Castillo is okay, but you know, his instances where he might get his ass tore up, right? What did I have written down here? I didn't write nothing down for Seattle, but I think it was something. I think it was something. Something there. I think it was one bat for Seattle. I think it was one bat. So we got Paxton on the mound. So Paxton. I mean, not, well, Seattle will strike out. He hasn't faced Seattle this year yet. Um, he's given up a bomb in four of his last 6 games. Shown flashes. He went into Colorado and gave them AKs. That was interesting right there. Gave the Chicago White Sox. What's his K's? I might not be going there. I'm probably not, but I do want to see. We got to over under 10.5 in this game. We got Paxton K's at 4.5. We got over under 10.5 in this game. What's the team total for set at right now? Boston at 4.5. So Mariners at 5.5. Hmm. Okay. I hope this is updated. Did I even look at Seattle last night? Hmm. Paxton's got a fastball and a knuckle curve and a sinker. Hmm. Wait a minute. James Paxton is a lefty. Cause I know someone fucking Julio Rodriguez was lighting up. So, what does he have? Fastball, knuckle curve sinker. Knuckle curve sinker. And lefties. Okay. Okay. What about the righties? Fastball, knuckle curve. So if I take that fastball down, leave that knuckle curve up there, like, right. So I can take that knuckle curve down, leave that fastball up there. She's throwing that fastball 51% of the time, knuckle curve 34% of the time. Now, so here's the thing about this, right? And I already know what it is. It's they splits. So we went over this the other day, right? So it's on the road, right hand versus, you know what, versus lefties. I don't know. It was on the road versus right. So let's check this, right? On the road versus lefties. Uh, season Seattle. 10th, 11th is striking out, 90 WLC plus. Last 30 days, not a big sample size. 141 WRC plus though, and righties. They've been hitting righties on the road, man. So they've been hitting on the road. That's the thing. They've been hitting on the road. Okay, they've been hitting on the road because versus righties on the road, they look good. They've been hitting. They've been hitting on the road. Okay, so that's why. That's why that total was up there like that. Seattle runs at 5.5, man. Straight up. Paxton on the mound. Mm. So putting that fastball back up there. Not big as sample size. Went out towards 2 months. I did write. Why did I write? Hmm. Why didn't it change it? Cal Raleigh. Not a big sample size though, man. Not a big sample size. Definitely. They hit that fastball. When they see it, they hitting it. Don't know exactly which bat I would like to take from here. Don't know exactly. ISO power is up on some of these guys, man. The Victor Robles. Trying to see why did I write his name down last night, man. I was tired. And I wrote down Polanco too. Hmm. Must have been the strikeout rates there. Polanco, Robles, France. What is France? He ain't playing. Mm. I'm gonna have to see when the lineup come out, man. I've been trying to catch Polanco for real. I've been trying to catch him. I've been trying to catch Polanco, right? We'll see. When the lineups come out, we'll see. I only put the fastball up there. I mean, I can throw the changeup up there, just about 10% of the time, but he's just not throwing it that much, man. I don't really put those pitches up there like that. Um, and they don't pretty much like that changeup like that either. So we'll see, right? For sure, though, Boston for sure. I'm looking at, Devers and the rest of the game, Rafaelas, and I'm looking at those guys for sure. Gonna be an interesting game here. 10.5 over under. Traffic on the bases. That's what I'm all about. I'm loving that game right there. At least for the usual suspects. A lot of these games I didn't look at, but I will. Let me see something. For the sake of this video being so long, uh, I will tell you. I want to look at this Arizona game like ASAP. Uh, so I don't think I have much for this Minnesota game here. Did I write anybody down for this Minnesota game? You can look at Buxton. I already know that. I had him written down, Buxton, but I don't know, man. Lindor, if you want to. I mean, this Festa kid, like, let me see. Hmm. So he gives up bombs. He's been giving up bombs lately, right? So he gave up. He gave up a home run to Minnesota. I mean, to Philly. Then he gave up 3 home runs to Detroit. Then he gave up a home run to Arizona. Right? Strikeouts, 7 Ks in Philly, 6 in Detroit. Um, over in the minors, he had 60 inning pitch with 89 strikeouts. Meaning he got that K shit, right? He's got that strikeouts. 89 strikeouts in 60 innings pitched. That's pretty good. Okay, that's really good. So he's got some K stuff. Am I going to be taking him for Ks? I don't know. I'm probably not. But he's here. He's giving up bombs, right? He's giving up bombs. So um, he's on par with being 50% right now. 3 home runs to lefties and 2 to righties. At home, he's giving up 4. On the road, he's giving up 1. 3 bats in one game I can get to today. I'm trying to hit this 30%, but was 3 bats in one game. Right, shit. 3 bats in one game. You could look at Boston game. You could look at that Boston game. You could look at that Arizona game. We just looked at that Boston game. Look at that Arizona game. What's the best? What's the best pitcher for the entry tournaments today? The main slate would be I don't know. I don't know how the slates are laying out to be main slates though. Um, don't know how long Jeffrey Springs gonna go. Justin Steele looks. I don't like Cincinnati Bats versus Justin Steele. Um, you can look at. You can definitely look at Robbie Ray with that really good K upside. Uh, hmm, we got Glass now. He can pop off at any time. Uh, don't know about Canning right now. I have to go look at some numbers, but he does have a good strikeout matchup. Uh, Pittsburgh ain't been striking out as much as I wanted them to, but Brown is pretty good. So it is what it is, right? Um, can't really nail it down right now. I'll look at it a little bit more, right? So where were we? Yeah. So Festa, he can't give up a home run. Uh, so I didn't really look at Festa last night. Let's see. I don't know if he was even available, or did they have a pitcher out? Let's throw that fastball slider changeup. Two righties. Festa is a righty. So we do know this kid does have that K shit, right? She got that K stuff. So you said 6'10" Slate, okay. 6'10" to 845. All right. I mean, Vien knows Iglesias ain't striking out. He's throwing that what? Fastball. So McNeil loves the fastball. We'll get to that in a minute. Torrance. Pete Alonso's got two bombs in this time frame. He could be heating up. Mm. Iglesias. He don't strike out much. Vient knows. Okay, let's see. It's fastball. So versus the fastball, JD Martinez got the highest strikeout rate. Francisco Alvarez. Then, yeah, Pete Alonso. He's got two bombs versus fastball in the last month. He could be heating up last week. It's hard to pinpoint what these boys gonna do. Yeah, we've seen that. They've been playing some good ball. You know what I'm saying? They've been playing some good ball. So it's a few bats that can be in play versus their fastball. He's throwing a slider 35% of the time. So Viennos will strike out versus their slider for sure. 4 for 12 over the course of a month versus their slider. Hmm. Iglesias ain't doing shit. I mean, he's 4 for 18, not the best average, but he still ain't striking out. Iglesias looked like he's somebody that can get on base for sure. Check the lineups to see where they're hitting at and stuff like that. He can be of some help right there, getting on base. Same pitches to the lefties, right? So I know McNeil loves that fastball. I could take that down. We can start the fastball to the lefties there. Um, he's 8 for 28, but he's got 4 bombs versus it. 600 isolated power with a 7% K rate on the fastball alone. So he's a guy that say, hey, I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna just wait for a motherfucking fastball, right? 4 home runs and 7 extra base hits. So McNeil is definitely in play, right? Uh, Last week, he's 4 for 8 with a 1 home run, isolated power 625. You got to look at McNeil for sure, right? Somebody's just out there getting it cracking. Change up. Francisco Lindor. Oh, he's not striking out versus that changeup. Uh, Slider, McNeil, and Lindor. Right. So McNeil and Lindor, and the rest of those guys, they're just gonna do what they're gonna do. Right. Um, so, uh, like I said, what's his name is starting to heat up a little bit too, man. Pete Alonso's starting to heat up a tad bit, and then over the course of JD Martinez over the course of a week, he was starting to heat up as well. That lineup can be dangerous. It is dangerous, whatever the case may be. I did have Buxton penciled in, so not gonna too much look at the Minnesota side. You know what I'm saying? So I had Buxton penciled in. I'm gonna leave it at that. So it is what it is. They could be looking for some get back here. Shamanaya, here. Take a look at Shamanaya's numbers here. Mhm. That first game is getting ready to come on. Um, it's on already. Lane Thomas at bat. Hmm. Lane Thomas at bat. Interesting. Just got over there. On the road, pitching his best on the road. They are at home today, though. Um, 1+108, -126, decent number for whichever direction you want to go to. I'm undecided on that shit right there. Minnesota could be looking for some get back at home. This number's looking like 333 batting average to lefties, 200 batting average to righties. He's pitching his worst to lefties in general. Sean Manaea. So there you have that, right? It is what it is. Um, I had Seager penciled in here for the Rangers, and Burleson penciled in for St. Louis. Um, Lance Lynn, he's a guy that uh, his pitching is he had a tendency to pitch his worst towards lefties, right? Uh, Lance Lynn. So over the course of the last 2 months, 9 extra base hits and 4 home runs versus lefties. He's throwing that fastball 60% of the time towards lefties. So we'll take a look at that fastball real quick for the Rangers. So, uh, versus that fastball, whatever you want to do. Like Seager, 7 for 22. This is the fastball alone. 318 batting average. The lefties in general, you know what I'm saying? They should tag him. Uh, Josh Smith, um, Nathaniel Lowe. You know, power ain't all that for Lowe, but it is what it is. I penciled in Corey Seager there. Okay, Nathaniel Lowe still looks good. Just the lefties, right? And like I said, he's pitching his worst towards lefties in general. Okay. Um, Wait a minute. Let me take that slider down. Followed by a sinker and a cutter. The whole pitch mix in. So, Corey Seager versus this pitch mix. He's 5 for 9 in the last week. Nathaniel Lowe 5 for 11. Those two guys been getting into popping the last 2 weeks. I mean, the last 7 days versus this pitch mix. So it is what it is. Tavares, he's 12 for 36, 5 extra base hits and a home run. Corey Seager, 6 extra base hits and a home run. Nathaniel Lowe, I like these lefties. It is what it is, right? So it is what it is. Okay. Um, on the St. Louis side, oops, I pushed the wrong damn button. Come on, bring it back for me. On the St. Louis side, I did look at Burleson. I did take a look at Burleson. He looked okay there for me. So if you really want to get to a lefty on St. Louis side, you can look at him. Let me see. So he's predominantly throwing that fastball. Burleson's not striking out versus it. He's 7 for just that fastball alone. Burleson is 7 for 30. So he's seen it over the course of the last month. He's seen it, and he's not been striking out versus it. Okay, he does have 3 extra base hits, 2 home runs versus it. Hard hit is up, fly ball is up. Right, barrel is down, and then that curveball and changeup. Curveball first. Numbers get a little bit better. 270 batting average, 10% K rate. So you know what I'm saying. It is what it is. In that aspect, curveball. Then I can put in that change up and see what everything averages out to over the course of the last month. He goes green. Okay, 17 to 49, 8% K rate. So it is what it is. Donovan ain't been striking out. He hasn't been hitting the bombs or nothing like that. But at the end of the day, Burleson is the guy that I was looking at there, right? So for a hit or whatever the case may be. You could take a look at the righties though. Um, let's see. Scherzer last 2 months versus righties, 7 extra base hits, 3 home runs. Fastball and slider predominantly is what he's throwing. So I can take a look at the fastball versus these righties here. Um, Contreras, the power for him is still there. He will strike out though. He's got 2 bombs, 6 for 22, 2 bombs. Um, you know, uh, 318 isolated power with a 103 exit velo. If he catches it, kiss it goodbye, right? So he's somebody you can look at for a bomb. Um, like I said, Paul Goldschmidt, his power has been there as well. He will strike out, but his power has been there with the 350 isolated power, um, and 95 exit velo. Hard hit percentage is there. Fly ball could be higher, you know what I'm saying? But he does have 2 bombs versus that fastball. This is the fastball alone. Next pitch he's throwing is that slider at 35%. You can couple them together, see what we come up with. Um, Pretty much the same old song. So pretty much the same old song. Mason Wynn, averages does goes up, not hitting for power, and he's not striking out. He's somebody that could be hitting in that leadoff spot. So you can have somebody like Mason Wynn Burleson and Contreras within the top 3 or 4 batters, maybe Arenado, and then that just Arenado and Mason Wynn not striking out. What's the total in this game? 8.5. Could be a tricky game. Could be a tricky game. Don't know how Matt Scherzer is going to fare here. Let's see how he's been doing as of late. Um, Max Scherzer, taking a look at his game log here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games he's pitched. Um, Chicago White Sox, he did what he's supposed to do. Baltimore got to him for 4 earned runs. Pitched, he went 4 innings versus Houston. Did what he's supposed to do versus the Angels. 6.1 innings versus San Diego, give up 3 runs. He's giving up. He's averaging about a bomb a game. Hasn't given up a home run in his last 2 games. So, interesting. It is what it is, right? We'll see. So, if I was looking for a home run candidate, it would be somebody like Contreras and Goldsmith. And like I said, over the course of the last 2 months, Burleson does have a home run versus. He's got a couple home runs versus that fastball. So Burleson, you can look at him as well, right? Mm, mm. So the Braves and the Milwaukee Brewers, I just don't know who's pitching for Milwaukee Brewers right now. I didn't even look at this game. Tell you the truth, I didn't even look at this game, right? Kansas City Royals. It's Kansas City Royals, man. Moneyline parlays, run line straights. Chicago giving it up. Cannon though. Cannon, 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 right? Uh, I would bet his outs here and there. I don't want anything to do with them right now. Tell you the truth. On the road, right? Yeah, no, at home is where he's pitching his best at 3.2 ERA. Not a big strikeout guy. In general, he's got a 300 batting average to lefties here. Uh, at home, he's pitching a little bit better. Like I said, no, he's been okay. Uh, let's see. Um, he's won 6 innings. So like I said, I've been betting his pitching outs. He's won 6 innings in 4 straight games. Um, I didn't take him versus Kansas City Royals. He ended up getting there, right? He gave up 4 earned runs with them, but he went 6 innings. Like I said, not a big strikeout guy. Known to just go out there and pitch a little bit okay, right? Texas gave a bomb, 2 earned runs with a home run versus Texas there. Last 4 games, he's only given up 1 home run. So, he's been okay. He's been, one of those okay spots for these guys. I guess, right? His pitching outs will probably come out lower than 17.5. But since he's on the streak, I don't know. Let's take a look. 16.5 at plus 120 at minus 125. If you're thinking about going there, he's hit this number in 5 straight games, I want to say. Let's take another look at it again. One, he's hit this number in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of his last 8 games versus Houston. He almost went the distance. He went 8.2 innings, right? Crazy, right? But so he's shown flashes of being able to, be sustainable over a nice, over a full game. So of course, Bobby Witt is going to be the guy. We already know what this team does. The lefties don't strike out much. Bobby Witt is a dog. You know what I'm saying? So what are we what are we doing here, right? Let's see. Here's a righty. Cannon. Oh no. Come on, man. Oh, excuse me. Now he don't strike out much, right? He don't strike out many batters. Hmm. Yeah, hello. I was gonna call him. I'm calling him, wake him up right now. Mm. All right, let me call him. Mm. This nigga need to get his ass. So Bobby Witt, and then everybody versus pitch mix, man. These guys not striking out. We got plenty green there, right? We got plenty green, plenty green. That's no striking out, man. So at the end of the day, Bobby Witt, man. Even for the lefties don't even strike out either, man. It's not off his pitch mix. So I wouldn't be looking at strikeouts. And at the end of the day, um, change up, cutter, sinker, change up, cutter, sinker, change up, cutter, sinker, fastball for the lefties, and the same old song. All is green, right? So they're not striking out. Vinny Pasquantino, 1852. I expect him to get on base. You know what I'm saying? Bobby Witt, you can take him for multiple hits, runs, and RBIs, whatever the case may be. That's what you know. I'm probably gonna end up taking. Might take. I don't know if I'm gonna take Vinny for multiple hits, but then, like I said, same similar to what I did yesterday. Maybe something, a couple hits for those guys in the RBI, something like that for, or maybe even a bomb for Perez, something like that, and nothing for the. I ain't got. I'm not even looking at the Cubs. I mean the White Sox. All right. So I'm gonna like the strikeouts for Robbie Ray. Um, I might go back in there and look at these bats. I gotta move around. I got something important just came up, right? So let's look at this Washington game, okay? We got Corbin on the mound, we got Nelson on the mound. Over under 9 in this spot, right? This is one of the games probably gonna be looking for traffic on the bases, okay? So let's take a look here. All right. Um, Start with the Arizona versus a lefty. We already know, right? So Patrick Corbin's doing that sinker slider lefty. I mean, sinker slider cutter, right? He got 4 home runs on that sinker. So let's look at that sinker first. None of these guys got a home run versus a sinker in the last 4 weeks. The last 2 months versus lefties. Nobody's taking that sinker deep. You see the isolated power is down on that sinker. Randall Gritcher can hit it. A few guys can hit it. These guys not striking out versus. All right. Take that sinker down. What's the next top throwing pitch he's throwing? Is the slider. So I'll tell you it's 3 for 9. Gabriel Marino. Okay. Few guys striking out versus that slider. Then we got the cutter. Everybody likes the cutter, man. Everybody likes the cutter. So, not a big sample size. Single slider cutter. Lately, it's been here and there where Terry Marte got a 31% K rate versus this pitch mix. Um, I'm gonna have to overlook that for Marte. I'm gonna have to overlook that for Marte. He's just been hitting lefties well, man. Let me see, Marte. He's got a 356 batting average versus lefties with a 200 isolated power. I mean, WRC plus. You can't deny what he's been doing for lefties. Damn, at home, whoo, he's a killer. He's a lefty killer, man, straight up. So, you got 14 home runs versus lefties. It's best split at home versus lefties. Marte, man, so despite what all that shit say, I still don't like Marte. It's gonna have to fuck me up, right? Marte came through with that bomb last night. He got a 342 isolated power in general on the season. Home versus lefties is best split. 274 isolated power, 1100 OPS, slugging 685, batting average 4 with a 9% K rate. Okay, let's take a look at these righties here. I mean, take a look at the lefties there and what he's throwing. Slider 50% of the time. Sinker slider. Slider 50% of the time. Let me move this out. That motherfucker been slithering through. Put that sinker up there. Take that slider down. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So, that's interesting. No wonder we got an 8.5. What about Ryan Nelson versus lefties? Fastball, cutter, change. What the fuck? Garcia. Garcia. Luis Garcia. Hold on. Luis Garcia. Fastball, he throwing that 50% of the time. 52%. Luis Garcia. CJ, boy, your bomb ass. Boy. These guys look good versus fastball. These guys look really good versus fastball. Kyber Ruiz. These might. Vargas, he's 5 for 5. I mean, I don't even know if he's going to be in the lineup or whatever. Um, yeah. James Wood, 50% K rate versus their fastball. Kyber Ruiz. CJ Abrams. Damn. Okay. CJ Abrams. Yeah. Let me put the rest of them pictures up there. Cutter. Oh shit! Look at. Oh, I was gonna say Cutter. He's 3 for 5. Yeah, Luis Garcia, man. Damn, Luis Garcia look good. Cutter. Um, change up. Damn, Luis Garcia. The fuck? Like, Luis Garcia looks great. James Wood, 4 for 8. He looks good. All right, so let me put all three of them back there, up there again. Fastball, cutter, change up, right? Luis Garcia. He's got, let's see, round out, double, 110, exit velo, double, round out, single, 102 home run. It's been a minute since he hit a home run. Single, single, round out, home run. Garcia's got 2 home runs on Sonny Gray. I want to say, is that Sonny Gray? Oh, I don't know. Luis Garcia, man. Luis Garcia looks like one of those guys right there. James Wood will strike out. He looks good at times. Okabe Ruiz he don't strike out. CJ Abrams, he gets on my nerves, man. Um, Luis Garcia, I put hmm, if I have to take one, it'd be Luis Garcia there, right? Go to the righties here. Um, what is he doing versus the righties? Fastball 60% of the time versus the righties here. Let's see. Juan Yepes, yep. Lane time is gone. Harold Ramirez on first that fastball. I was on Harold Ramirez last night though. So Yepes, I'm gonna circle him for that fastball alone. Um, followed by the slider. Slider, cutter, Yepes. Okay. So they cutter and fastball. Yep, Juan Yepes. So Garcia and and Yepes there. Nelson, right? Nelson. So Nelson, he's pitching his worst at home. Okay, pitching his worst at home. Uh, he's got a 6.2 ERA at home. Not a big K rate guy. He's pitching his worst to his righties. That would be okay. Your Pez. At home, he's got a 286 batting average to lefties, 364 batting average to righties, right? So that's where we're going to want to target him at home. He's at home. It looks like a match. Um, uh, damn, he's been balling. Man, he's, he's got a five. He's got a what? Not a big sample size. Not a big sample size, but he's been playing some ball. He's been playing some ball. The numbers gonna average this out, but they don't come down. But he got some hella fine ass numbers, right? Your pairs. He's got 11 home runs. He's a righty specialist. Uh, 7 at home, 7 on the road. Okay. Well, Garcia Jr. and Yepes, those are two guys I'm looking at right there. I do like Otani here, and I do like Ramos, right? So uh, Ramos, Otani, um, Garcia, and Yepes, Marte. Um, I'm skipping over this game for right now. Skipping over this Pittsburgh game for right now. Bobby Witt, the lefties or righties, none of them are striking out that much. So Bobby Witt, Pasquantino, whatever. Then look at this Atlanta game. The lefties for Texas. So if I had to take two bats, it would probably be Burleson and Seager, right? But there's a few lefties over there in Texas look like they're going to be in play. Um, Buxton, um, McNeil. I didn't write these guys down. McNeil, probably, maybe, I forgot, what was it? Vientos, and there's a couple guys that was coming along I talked about. Um, Boston Red Sox. Seattle been hitting on the road a little bit lately. 10.5 over under here. Of course, Devers. I'm gonna take Devers for a home run today and his 3 hits, runs, and RBIs. Rafaela. I like Rafaela. Um, Duran, Tyler O'Neill. I like a lot of people there. Don't like the Cincinnati team versus Justin Steele. Lean towards the over Ks. Lean. Might just take him for a tease it down. Cabrera, he can hit his Ks at times before he get his ass lit up. Springs, got good case stuff. He did. He might be. We'll see if he's in a lineup. Okay. Um, don't know how long spring's gonna go. I think he pitched like 70, 80 pitches his last rehab start. Brandon Lowe. Brandon Lowe. If you want to look for somebody, Brandon Lowe, right? I'm looking at Brandon Lowe on top of base side. Uh, Judge Soto, um, Trey Turner. Um, I haven't put nothing in for this Cleveland game, and Cleveland ain't Cleveland right now. This is interesting, right? This is the third inning. I might go in there and live bet something for this game right now, but Vladdy and I mean Santander. Santander's been hot. Cowser, you can look at Cowser to see if he's been hot. It's because he was heating up. Mullins a strikeout, but he can do something. Gotta see what the lineups look like, man. Um, Gunnar Henderson, of course. I get a pitcher lean towards Toronto. I mean towards Baltimore. If I had to take a salary of Baltimore moneyline parlays, moneyline straights, uh, lean towards the over K's for Cole. Taking that. Well, I'm taking the Cole. I'm taking. I'm not gonna bet a lot on it. Just gonna have to crack me. I'll do a bankroll. I'm probably gonna do a strikeout bankroll builder. It is what it is. It's Dinger Tuesday. So as of right now, I don't know who the one guy I'm going to take, but I want to take one from a game that I expect bombs to be hit at. So I would probably look at Seattle, this Boston Red Sox game, where I think multiple home runs can be hit. Festa's giving up home runs. Lately, he's given up home runs in his only three starts. So New York Mets can put up bombs here. Minnesota Twins can also put up bombs, right? Um, Home run studded game. Hmm, hmm. Otani is in play. Didn't really look at this San Francisco game like I wanted to. More than likely, I'm probably gonna look at. I'm probably gonna. Uh, 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 um, he hasn't been hitting home runs like that. Devers in the last week or so. But more than likely, him or either Tyler O'Neill, I might go for a home run. We'll see, right? We'll see. Yesterday was a lot of home runs, man. I need to start doing some dollar parlays or something like that to try to hit some of them motherfuckers. I ain't gonna lie. With that being said, though, guys, peace out, man. It's over.